I can't finish this? I know I'm at work. May 25th is National Wine Day, but like you needed an excuse to guzzle vino into your mouth faster than Real Housewives. In honor of the holiest of days, I've put together a list of the best wines from leading grocery stores in the US. Just think of me as your fairy wine mother. But before we start popping corks, the reason I did air quotes around best is because wine preferences are personal and subjective. Use this as a guide to navigate the wine section at these various retailers. Also, booze laws differ per state and country. Some wines might not be available in your area. So let's get drunk. First up on the list, we have Target. Even though Target feels trendy and chic, at its core purpose is value. As expected, their wine section reflects that. For the best red wine at Target, you're gonna wanna go with Meiomi Pinot Noir. It's an amazing blend of grapes from Monterey County, Sonoma, and Santa Barbara. I love that sound. At 20 bucks a bottle, you're getting a solid, reliable red. And it runs light and fleeting on the tongue, so it doesn't like overpower any snacks you're munching on. For Target's best white, you're gonna wanna check out Chateau Ste. Michelle's Dry Riesling. This is actually a Washington State take on the German varietal. Now, there's a ton of different Riesling varietals out there, but most of them tend to be extremely sweet. The fact that Target carried this lesser found white was so refreshing, because this is day drinking wine. Now, the best wild card wine, in my opinion, is gonna be Prophecy Rosé wine. This perfectly pink wine is from the south of France and delicate, light, with fruity notes. Plus, how cute is this label? It's apparently the goddess of fortune, which, according to the website, represents the delicate strawberry and raspberry notes in their rosé. I don't know if that's true, but honestly, this is delicious. Next up is Trader Joe's. TJ's goes out of their way to make sure that they have knowledgeable employees who can help out customers who really want a sophisticated bottle of wine without breaking the bank. Since we have more options, I chose varietals of wines that are less widely available. Trader's best red is gonna be Saldo Zinfandel. And according to their website, Saldo means when you're from here and there in Latin, which makes sense because this deep red is all over the place in the best way. It's a California Zin with deep flavors like oak and black licorice and cherry. And although it's bold on the nose, it has a surprising and unexpected elegant finish. For the best white at Trader Joe's, you're gonna wanna go with the Floriana Gruner Veltliner. Now, this specific bottle is from Hungary. It is a beautiful, dry, light wine, and you can pair it with chicken or seafood, but the best part is it is a super bargain value. I recommend serving it super chilled for optimum enjoyment. For the wild card wine at Trader's, I recommend La Granja 360 Sparkling Cava Brut. I have been a long time fan of this Spanish vineyard. This champagne relative is effervescent as any, crisp with a nice green apple bite, perfect with sharp cheeses or even a splash of fresh squeezed orange juice to make your mimosa dreams come true. Now, the next grocery store on my list is Walmart. They're a bargain retailer that's gonna save you the most cash, and they're not afraid to let everyone know it. The challenge presenting itself here is that they don't carry many bottles of wine above or near like the $20 a bottle price point. Not that you need to drop mad cash to get a quality bottle of wine. The best red that I'm gonna recommend from Walmart is gonna be Madalena Cabernet Sauvignon. This is honestly a big, bold red from Paso Robles, which is how the locals say it.
Locals.
Which means you're gonna get like an intense soil minerality from the steep hillsides. So this one ran toward the higher price point, but honestly, it's delivering everything you want a Cabernet Sauvignon to be without it being from Napa. The best white wine at Walmart is gonna be La Crema Chardonnay. And so when you're gonna go for a chard, you want oaky and you want buttery. This winery uses a mix of American and French oak to age their chard. It kind of gives it like a warm spice undertone that I found surprisingly nice. And for the Walmart wild card, I'm gonna go with Band of Roses Rosé. To maintain full transparency here, I was not impressed with the sparkling or the rosé options that Walmart offered. Band of Roses is a decent wine that delivers on the traditional sense that you want a rosé to be. Plus, this is another wine out of Washington State, and this vibrant, rosy sip pairs perfectly with a chill playlist at any garden party. And lastly, we have Whole Foods, the statement grocery store of America. Whole Foods is less concerned about the price point and more concerned about delivering quality products. The wine section at Whole Foods is no exception. With bottles ranging into the hundreds, you're likely to find whatever your wine-loving heart desires. After generous assessment, I decided on Tooth and Nail Vineyards red blend wine called The Fiend. Now, this Paso Robles blend is a mix of Cab Sav, Petit Syrah, and Merlot. It's surprisingly complex. If you're a fan of a jammy black fruit, then this is incredibly delightful. The best white wine at Whole Foods, IMO, is Domaine de la Porte 2017 Sancerre. It's 100% Sauvignon Blanc and so beautifully balanced. La 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 la. It has this green apple vibe. It's bright and fresh and fully reflects the unbelievable high quality of grapes from Sancerre. For the final wild card, I figured I would even up the roundup with a sparkling wine. Now, you could get as crazy as you wanted at Whole Foods, okay? I even slacked one of my bosses to see if I could get away with expensing a bottle of Cristal, but I guess I couldn't properly pitch a $250 expense. Boo. Plus, I feel like I needed to stay true to the task of grocery store wine, which means making it be somewhat approachable. The most realistic, best bubs you can find at Whole Foods is Gruet's Blanc de Noir. It's actually a vineyard based out of New Mexico, of all places, but this winery was founded by a Frenchman who studied the traditional method of making champagne in Champagne, France. Woo! This is only gonna run you $17.99, and this sparkling glass is full-bodied with hints of vanilla and raspberry. And listen, you can drink your wine out of a solo cup if you want, but did you know that there's actually specific glasses designed for the variety of wine that you're gonna enjoy? We can get super specific with this, so I'm just gonna give you the bare minimum, and they're gonna have been used because I've been drinking. But typically your reds have a wider mouth. This allows you to fully enjoy all the aromas you have going on, but also gives the wine a little bit of a chance to breathe. Now your white wine glass has a smaller mouth, as you're not typically too pressed to let white wine breathe. And of course, your bubbles are served in a flute. I'm Lizzo. Now the reason for the flute is that you want to keep those bubbles floating as long as you can. So the less surface area you have in your glass, the longer the effervescence will be fizzling. But wait, there's more. I was a little curious as to how my coworkers thought of the wine that I picked. So I subjected them all to a blind tasting. And here is a graphic card revealing those results. Because we surely didn't film this before the tasting. So go forth and let the wine river flow. And always remember to enjoy your wine responsibly.